Thanks for taking a few minutes to view our first video, Why Las Vegas? Why Now? In the next few minutes I would like to point out why the time is right to invest in Las Vegas residential real estate. Right now there's an opportunity for you as an investor to get safe double-digit returns. Right here in Las Vegas, investing in single-family homes. There are two ways you can make money when you're investing. The first is appreciation and the second is income. Let's discuss appreciation first. When an investor seeks appreciation, there are always three determining factors: what to buy, when to sell, and with real estate, a fourth factor would be where to buy. The old adage of buy low, sell high still rings true, and with the help of this chart, which tracks the median home prices in the United States from 1970 to the present, the housing bubble that occurred from 2000 to 2006 was never more obvious. A population that was growing, speculative fever, and loans that were frankly way too easy to get drove housing prices through the roof. And to emphasize the point of timing, virtually anyone who bought property in 2000 and sold in 2006 made money. Conversely, no matter how good your purchase was in 2006, if you bought property, you're either upside down or you've already lost your money. I would like to show you this next chart because it clearly illustrates the real estate cycle. It takes place from 1976 to 2010. The black horizontal line in the middle of this chart marks equilibrium. It is zero appreciation or zero loss. This chart tells you the truth about real estate. It is not always a good time to buy, as Donald Trump or some of the other so-called gurus would have us believe. The best time to buy is actually when prices break downward of equilibrium and they stay there for an extended period, kind of like we are experiencing right now. Clearly obvious, timing cannot be overemphasized. One last chart here, which is our local chart, Las Vegas housing. It tells a slightly different but similar story. The first thing I would like you to observe in this chart is the flat line of inflation-adjusted prices. Very little real appreciation in Las Vegas homes from the beginning of the chart right on up till about 2000. The second thing I'd like you to observe is the even more extreme up and down cycle. And third, we've actually returned to prices not seen since 1997. So real dollar prices are at 1997 levels, but the inflation-adjusted prices have broken below the trend line. In other words, we are at historic lows using inflation-adjusted prices. What a great time to buy. I mean, if you like to buy low. And I know there are many among us who believe prices could drift lower, and I'm not saying that's not impossible, but just look at how cheap they are right now and ask yourself, how much lower can prices go? And many people believe right now is a time for renewed optimism, not just here in Las Vegas, but around the country. And I share that perspective. There are several tremendous reasons to believe that this is the time to buy in Las Vegas. First of all, the U.S. economy is turning around. And as people have more money in the pocket, more trips to Las Vegas. Second, the population in Las Vegas is growing again. Jobs are being created. We are an economic vacuum with low housing prices that will attract both senior citizens and new businesses. It truly is the time to buy. To support my contention that now is the time to buy, I turn to legendary real estate investor and developer Trammell Crow. Trammell Crow said the easiest way to make money in real estate is to buy at 10 times rent and sell at 20 times rent. Right now in Las Vegas, you can buy at 6 to 9 times rent, substantially lower than the guidelines Trammell Crow set forth. Okay, I've heard all the arguments. Las Vegas is dead. It's not coming back. Suppose you buy into that. Suppose that is what you actually believe. Well, you can still make money on rental income. Yes, you can get over a 10% yield by purchasing properties and renting them out right now. And maybe you don't like the idea of being a landlord. So you don't want to fix toilets, you don't want to collect rents. In video 4, we will address those concerns. But there is one huge reason you really do want to be a landlord. Because the rent is too damn high. Remember this guy, Jimmy McMullen? He was a YouTube sensation that ran for governor in the state of New York. His whole platform was the rent is too damn high. And he is right. So you have a choice. You can pay it or receive it. That is the reason I believe you want to be a landlord. The rent is too damn high and going higher. Earlier in the video I mentioned a double-digit return. Well, the 10% return is for conservative, all-cash purchases. with no leverage, and is based upon verifiable examples of recent transactions. Also, judicious use of leverage can be employed to produce even higher total returns if you believe that prices will rise. But before we go, let me give you just one exact example of a home that is currently listed on the Las Vegas Multiple Listing Service. This beautiful 4-bedroom, 2-bath has a living room and a family room, and it's on a good-sized lot in the Southeast Valley right here in Las Vegas. Let me break down some numbers and see how this would work as a prospective investment. Throughout this example, we will use extremely conservative numbers. For our list price, say we pay full list price, actually knowing we could probably get a discount, and say we pay $2,000 closing costs. So we're buying the home for full list price at $82,445, and our total acquisition cost with $2,000 closing brings it to $84,445. So to use comparable numbers from the neighborhood for what we would charge for rent, we look around and rents vary from $1,250 to $1,500 a month. So we'll use the conservative number of $1,250. That brings our annual gross scheduled rents to $15,000 total. Gross scheduled rents are just taking the monthly rent and timesing it by 12. We'll use market numbers of 10% for both vacancies and management fees, which are probably both a little high. We'll also include $1,700 in maintenance, which is likely not to occur because the home has a warranty. Using the worst possible expectation, we come up with $4,700 in total expenses. That gives us a net return of $10,300 and a total percentage return of 12.2%. And guess what? Rents aren't going to stay where they are right now as the economy recovers. Okay, let me conclude and wrap this up if I may. Whether you are investing for income or appreciation, now is the time to buy. I just gave you a great example of the kind of income you can realistically expect. And as I said, that's this year. As rents go up, that will only increase. As far as appreciation goes, if you believe prices are going higher, you can enhance that return by using leverage. Hey, I hope you found this interesting. I hope that you will view video 2, 3, and 4. And I'd love to hear from you. Please contact me at 702-524-5325 or stanstillwell@live.com. Also, you can leave comments down below right here on our website. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your time.